Hey, this is Diane. Today we're going to do some paper towel method on the zinnia seeds because they're old and I really don't want to use soil to see if these are any good. We are just going to scatter them on the paper towel here and then wet it down good. And in a few days or so, they should let me know if they're any good or not. Simple way to do it without using soil, and it just works. I like to do this with a lot of different seeds. So we just wet them down now. Darkness, I'll just put them in some darkness, put another paper towel over them, and check them in a few days. This works really good with the tray. Do it however you like. But I got so many trays and things that I can use. Okay, these are the Thumbelina Zinnias. With these, I'll probably put them on the heat because they like heat. We'll put them on some heat for germination. They'll go on my heating mat, and I bet they'll sprout really quick if they're viable. We'll check back in a few days. Hi everyone, hey, it's Diane. Today we're going to be planting some zinnia seeds. They're actually some old seeds that I'm hoping that I can still get a little bit of germination on them. Now, zinnia seeds like to be started 6 weeks before your last frost date in your area. I'm totally late, and it is May 5th today, but there's still going to be time. And why do I plant zinnias? Because the butterflies just adore them outside. They attract a ton of butterflies, and that's why I love to plant them. It takes 5 to 10 days for germination, and they like to be germinated at 70 to 80 degrees. Okay, so today I just have this insert filled 6 packs. I'm going to do it this way so when I go to transplant them out in the garden, all I got to do is pop them out of here and they'll be ready to go. So I'm just going to throw a few seeds in each cell, but I'm actually going to put 2 or 3 in each one to spread this out. Normally I would have threw them in a flat and transplanted, but this will help me from not having to transplant later, and I'll just actually transplant right out in the garden instead of transplanting into these 6 packs like I normally do. There just isn't time. And this is very simple planting zinnias. This is the Zahari Scarlet Zinnia. Like I said, these are one of the most easiest plants to germinate. So I'm just going to show you a few that I'm just going to throw a few down in each cell here. 1 or 2 or 3 seeds, because I don't know if how good the seeds are, and I do not want to have to do another tray. I'll just set the seed down. You can press them in a little bit if you like, but we'll have to cover these too. And I want to make sure I get some planted. Last year I said, God, there's something missing in the garden, and that's what it was. I didn't get no zinnias planted. Just kind of space them a little bit. And you know what, as you go, you can transplant these in a different area if you want. Now, I could also just do the paper towel method on this, and I wouldn't have to, then I would know which ones germinate. But since I'm putting 3 to 4 seeds in a cell here, I'm pretty sure I'll get some germination. Okay, so I got 2 6-packs done. And then what I do now is I like to water these in before I put the dry soil on it. That'll get them off to a really good fast start. And I don't even worry about, you don't want to put too much soil on them, but just enough to cover the seed. Okay. You guys can hear my washer going. And that's all I do. I'll do this whole tray like this, and I hope to give you an update here in a week or so to see what's germinated. Okay. I forgot to mention, I will be putting this on a heating mat, so the germination will be a lot quicker. And I'm going to put it at 75, 80 degrees, and we'll see how fast they germinate. And like I said, I'll be back to show you what goes on here in a few days. Alright, just after a couple days, germination of the zinnias is going strong. They're still actually popping out of the soil. I took them off the heating mat and they're going under lights. They've been under lights all day today, and you know, the seed was a couple years old, still very viable. So I'm really pleased with that. But you can see some kind of stretched. I like to kind of push them back down in the soil very carefully. But they're coming. And I'll show you the ones now that I am germinating in the paper towel method. I'll put these under the lights. I got two different kinds of seed here. I got the green Envy Zinnia and the orange King Zinnia. And these seeds are, I believe, from last year or the year before. They're from Baker Creek seeds, heirloom seeds. And we got lots of action going on here. But I'm going to let them grow out pretty good before I plant them in soil. I'm just going to let them mature right here for a little bit so they'll be easy to plant. But as you see, the orange ones are really doing much better than the Envy ones. But I think they'll all come. And I have these on a heating mat. And what happened with me is this paper towel got dry once or twice. But I caught it, must have caught it in time. And it doesn't seem like it's hurt anything too bad. But let's go show you the other one. Thumbelina mix. These are dwarf zinnias. And here I put the paper towel over the zinnias. Check it out, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have more than I need, that's for sure. Look at that. Look at the germination. Crazy, isn't it? Doing really good. So as you can see, that was successful. And now I'll just let them grow a little bit before I plant them in the soil. Let's go on the other side here and see how they're doing. And these were also on the heating mat. And these also did get dry one time on me. But look at that. Pretty neat, huh? So they're doing really well, and like I said, we'll just let them grow. I think I'm going to take them off the heating mat now and just let them germinate. The rest germinate on their own. You know, it's 70 degrees in here. We should do fine. So I just wanted to give you that update on the zinnia seeds. They did well, and really pleased with it. Look at them. Just doing really good already. Nice and green. Some are stretching. And you know what I like to do when they start doing that? Very carefully, I push them back down in the soil a little bit. That kind of helps. And these are the Scarlet Zahara. Hi everyone. Hey, it's probably 3, 4, 5 days later, and we're going to check on the zinnias today that I did on the paper towel method. We'll check and see how they're doing. They're sprouting like crazy. Check it out. Now from here we're going to plant some. I got two varieties here, the Envy Zinnia and the Orange King. And as you can see, they're doing really, really good. But this way is a great way to check for germination, and it says, look at them all. Now, right now, these need to be put in some dirt right away, and we're going to plant some of these Envies today. I did some Orange Kings already. Let's get the other tray, and I'll show you how those are doing. Now, those other ones I didn't cover with the paper towel, but I did cover these. These are the dwarf Thumbelina zinnias, and let's see how they're doing. Oh wow, check that out. Honestly, I didn't know how the germ would be on these, and look at, they're fantastic. Wouldn't have needed to plant them all. I don't know if I will plant all these, but some are going to go in 6-packs to transplant out in the garden later. But yeah, they did excellent, didn't they? So for now, I'm just going to keep them wet until I got time to transplant some of these. Now I started these on a heating mat, and then I turned the heating mat off of them after 2 or 3 days because they were already germinated. I don't want them getting too big too fast, so that's why I turned the heat off. So today I'm going to plant some of these Envy ones over on this side. If you've never seen this zinnia, it is just gorgeous. I've actually planted it a couple years ago, and I'm just going to be really careful with just pulling them off the paper towel like this. And then what I like to do, this soil is kind of moist, which is good. They'll press down. I like to put them down as far as I can get them because they stretch kind of fast. There's another one. Look at the red on those zinnias. Just make a hole, press them down in, And I'm going to show you some that I planted yesterday, and they're under the lights already. But let's just do a few of these. Pretty neat, huh? This works excellent to do that. And you know, I could have got by just throwing them in the dirt right away too. It would have been just fine. But you know, I didn't know if the germ was going to be any good on them since the seed was a couple years old. But they were excellent. Great germ. Okay, there's 6 of them there. And I'll do this whole tray here. We'll get this done and let them rest a little bit and then get them under lights right away because they have a tendency to stretch. So let's just plant a few more. You can kind of see how I do it. This method works really, really good. And you know, you just have to really be careful not to break them, you know, because they're very delicate at this stage. You guys, anybody can do this. You certainly can. It's a very easy way to grow your plants, even any plants actually, but I just thought the zinnias, why not try it this way with the paper towel method. And yeah, I'm just pretty pleased. I will have plenty. I may, what I should do maybe is double up on these. I like to do that because I don't really have the light space. They'll be going outside before too long, but I could put two in each one. And they don't hurt anything. I mean, sure, there's a little competition, but they'll be fine. I always like to double or triple up my plants when I put them in a hole anyway, so then you'll have instant almost gratification as far as they fill out nice and fast and you get a nice plant really quick that way. That's just something I've always done. But yeah, we'll double up on a few and then some I'll just leave single. Because I don't have as much as the envy seeds the way it looks. They didn't all germ yet. Or maybe they're not going to. These aren't as good a germination maybe on these unless they're just still going to germinate a little bit. So I just wanted to share that with you. They're doing really excellent. Do your paper towel method on your seeds if you like. It works great. And that's quite a root right there, isn't it? And just, you know, you can do as I do. If you see that it works, try it. Maybe be updates later in the gardens as I plant them out, and I always like to show you what's going on out there because the zinnias are very important. I really like them for the flowers. I really like them for the butterflies that come around. Last year I noticed, you know, somehow I forgot to plant zinnias, so yeah. So what I'll do after this is just water them in, let them rest a little bit, and they'll go under lights. And probably, I might even put them under lights tonight already, because we're early today. Hi everyone, hey, it's Diane. Well, we're going to do an update. We're going to show you in the gardens the zinnias I planted indoors. They all got planted outdoors in June, actually. And this one here is the Zahara zinnia. Very pretty, kind of more, it seems more miniature. I put several in a hole, and I'm going to show you the rest of them. They're just really beautiful. I got some growing along here, along my celosia. They're not blooming tremendously yet. There's a lot of buds on them. But they're coming. The ones I really am excited to show you is the Orange King. Let's go find those. They are back there by the fence. We will walk back here. These are something. Of course, I love orange in the garden. The Orange King, as you see, is doing really, really well. Look how big those are. Just gorgeous. All along my fence here. They're just, let me get you some close-ups because they're just They got kind of different shades of orange, probably depending on how long they've been blooming, but they're just beautiful. We've had a lot of rain, so there is some leaf issues. We've had some hail. There is some hail issues and some insect issues. But all in all, the blossoms, they just look gorgeous. Aren't they beautiful? Again, I'll show you from a different view. Nice. So they're doing pretty well. All right, in front of you here is a Thumbelina. It's more of a miniature zinnia. And again, there's some issues with the leaves. We've had tremendous rains, and zinnias don't like it real wet. They like it more on the warm, hot, and dry, sunny area. But they're small, they're beautiful though, all kinds of different colors I have here. And they seem to be doing pretty good in this patch right here. Right here we have the envy and some more Thumbelinas. And I'm going to give you a close-up of them. If you look up close to them, yeah, the weather's kind of hindered them a little bit, but the blossoms are still really, really nice. Now the envy is more of a greenish yellow greenish flower, very pretty. I'll give you some photos of the Thumbelina. They come in lots of different colors. Real nice. I really like them. So those orange king ones are my favorite. They put on the biggest show out here. As you can see, they're just gorgeous back there. And I just wanted to share with you my zinnias that I planted from seed to let you know they did survive. I didn't save them all, but I got a good amount of them out here. And I just wanted to show that to you. I appreciate you watching. And hopefully this video's helped somebody today. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.